Yeah,
So
I'm going to hit you. That's a great analogy. I never thought about it.
I'm going to hit you with this subject. Then we have had some older wrestlers in, and some of the beef is they're not taken care of. Right? They've made Vince all this money, and once they've been put out to pasture, they've been put out to pasture. What's your viewpoint on that?
So, as an anarchist, when you sign that contract with Vince, you got to remember you're acting as a businessman, and he is a businessman. When you sign that contract, you're trading your work, labor, skill, and talent for whatever you've agreed upon in that contract. If you don't agree upon it, negotiate. If you want Vince to pay for your health care, negotiate that in your contract. And if it's not doable, you can negotiate a way where he can maybe give you more money to pay for health care. You negotiate something that's agreeable to you. Now, once you've agreed upon that, and now you're performing your duties, performing every night, that's what you've agreed to do. He's performing his duties. He's agreed to pay you this amount of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're both satisfying both ends of the contract. Yeah. For the contract to finish, and now you're done, and to come back and say, now I'm done, I don't have any money to retire, whose fault is that? Whose fucking fault is that Vince's fault? That's not Vince's fault. You know what I mean?
I'm loving you right now, man. We're on that trade. We're on that trade
for a long time.
Right. I mean, you had those years. You had your opportunity to make a. I mean, Vince wants somebody to perform. He needs people to perform. You know, and he has to pay good talent, whatever it is they feel they want, need, and desire in order to satisfy their life, and that includes getting extra money for that they can store away in retirement.
Right.
Put that in your contract. Negotiate it. Do you know what I mean? And these guys that just say, oh, look, I'm getting this big money contract. I can afford health insurance. I can afford a new car. I can afford a house. They go out and they blow all their money.
Don't live so large.
Now their contract's done. And they're like, oh, Vince isn't taking care of me. And I put my blood, sweat, and tears in that ring. Well, you put your blood, sweat, and tears in that ring because that's what you agreed to do. Vince performed what he agreed to do, and that was to give you that money. The fuck are you doing coming back saying he's the devil now? He fulfilled his obligations to you according to what you agreed to in the contract.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
I totally believe, right? You listen.
Absolutely.
Best part about living in this country, you don't like it, quit.
Right?
Very simple. You have that right?
Yeah.
You could.
Now, if you want to come and you want to talk to me,
on the keyboard.
Now, if you want to come and you want to talk to me about, okay, Vince is paying you this much, you agreed to it, and you're performing this much, you agreed to it, but now government's coming in and taking 30%, we can talk about that.
Sure.
Because that's just theft and extortion. Let's see, that's something important to talk about. But to sit there and demonize somebody that's already fulfilled their obligations to you based on the contract that you agreed to, that's wrong on so many different levels, you know? And I know a lot of people on the left are going to disagree with me, but let's face it, Vince is not a welfare agency. He's a business. And you're a free person that's in a free climate, freely negotiating a contract with them. Live up to your obligations and leave it at that. That's, you know what I mean? That's business. You know what I mean? This whole thing that
and as far as
somebody owes other people something is